Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here is my video slash vlog of my recent 2 trips away, one for Birmingham Regionals and the second one for Euic. Now I wasn't very good at vlogging on those weekends, so I've had to do a few extra little filler bits and bobs, just like this one. I hope you enjoy it. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy.
Oh, Jesus. All right. And we're off for Birmingham Regionals, or as my wife would say, Birmingham.
Robbie. Vlogging.
You vlogging? Oh no. Christ. You doxed me.
Which side is it better for me to come in?
Whichever one you want.
I'll go right.
Chris.
Hello.
Vlog.
Rob, coffee.
Only one coffee. It's disgusting. Disgusting behaviour,
I
Ollie.
mean, mate, we're here. If you want to join in and grab one.
Yeah, I will actually.
If you want to, yeah.
How many views? How many views? How many views are we getting? 5? 3 views?
Nobody popping, no supporter.
That's good.
No energy attached.
The
No
weight's taken
tweet.
off because you're like, I can't play the game. What are you doing?
I'm vlogging. Just act natural. It's whether I go with these sleeves.
I think you got to. They look nice. What's the option?
Go buy a pack of Dragon Shields. Alright. Sam's shaking his head, that's it.
Are they? Oh.
No, the new ones.
Oh, you bought more?
Yeah. I always buy 2 packs.
You message Phil at the end of a round and be like, Phil, quick, get me some.
Sort me some sleeves! Alright, here is the list that I chose to play at Birmingham. Of course, as you know, I am a Grimstyle enjoyer, Grimstyle believer. And yeah, I've been playing Grimstyle for a very, very long time. I was always going to play Grimstyle, I think, to this event. Let's just go through the list real quick. So, pretty standard stuff with the 4 Monkey Dory. Now, I did go 3-2 on the Frostlass. It felt right at the time, but I think retrospectively, we needed more Frostlass. You can see as well, I'm still trying to make the Yveltal work here. Still trying to get some more out of my matchup into Golden Go. Trying to create a trap option. Even though Golden Go generally is playing a few Churro, I was kind of hoping that maybe with corner decks, or decks that have corner kind of on the downturn, maybe there would be less Turo, less switch outs, and maybe I could take advantage of that. Other than that, kind of standard stuff. Now on the night before, I did make a fairly sizable change. I was staring at my 4 Iono, and I thought, you know what? I feel like one of these should be a research. Just having the option to Secret Box for a research, mid-game or late-game, instead of just being stuck with an Iono to low, felt like a good option to have, so I decided to make that change. And I generally say don't make changes the night before a major. But again, I feel pretty comfortable with the deck, so I felt confident that the change wasn't going to hinder me in any way. Now you notice as well, I am rocking the energy switch and the energy search. When we were testing, I just felt like if I missed the turn 1 energy and I couldn't Arvin for it, or I couldn't find something like it off Secret Box, you know, generally you find one of the pieces, like you might just start the Buddy Pop in or open a Spikemuth or an Arvin, then you can use other resources to find the thing that you missed, and in this case, energy. So we just found that energy search was kind of better than the 9th energy, so to speak. The energy switch, of course, allows you to be aggressive, especially good into Gardevoir, allowing you to set up multiple Monkey Dories in a single turn. Other than that, it's pretty standard. Triple Night Stretcher, I just feel like Night Stretcher is super broken. So that was, yeah, I mean, that was the list. Let's roll on with the tournament. Alright, I've been neglecting the vlog, but we just had a round 1, and that was a win against Golden Go, if you can believe it, playing Grimstyle. Didn't know the matchup very well, which is nice. So game 1, Just kind of went in my favour for quite a lot of it. Was able to take a nice 4-prize turn onto Golden Goes. Game 2 was not so favourable start. Did get a bit of time hitting with the Yveltal, which is good. And then he just whiffed the Sixth Energy to knock out the Grimmsnarl with the Frostlass tick. So yeah, pretty good start. My worst matchup, and taking a dub. Okay, I did forget to vlog my round 2. There's not too much to say. It was against Joltik Golden Go, which you don't really expect to see these days. But long story short, I did not play the game. Round 1, I did get a little chance to trap and pull something back. Round 2 was bricked. It's not a very good matchup anyway. It may actually be weaker than just Golden Go. So yeah, easy loss. Let's just put it that way. Easy loss. Just handing the slip now. Played Alakazam. Good matchup. Unfortunately, she's quite new to the game, pretty inexperienced. I didn't really see any battle cages, hilariously. So I was just able to aggressively run them off the board. So 2-1 now. Feeling pretty good. Especially after the last game, the last round. So just have to keep playing on. I definitely want more relaxed. I was quite anxious going into the first one, so just keep pushing. All right, round 4 is a tie against Future Box, if you can believe it. There was some Iron Crowns going on, Twin Shotles, all that sort of nonsense. To be honest, I think I should have won, but it's my own fault. Game 2 wasn't going my way. I should have just scooped it earlier and got on with Game 3. If I scooped a lot earlier, which I probably could have, well, I definitely could have, to be honest, then I would have had far more time. Game 3 was going my way, but time was not in my favour, so yeah, it's my fault. No point being salty about it, it's my fault. They're going to take the tie. He was a nice lad as well, so that's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, that's halfway through phase 1, 2-1-1. Got one more safety net game, and then it's squeaky bum time. I did find out afterwards that this player that I'm talking about is actually from Plymouth, which is local to me. I don't think I've met this person before. But yeah, quite funny to go all the way to Birmingham and then play a local. Finally had the bad hit into Dengo. Didn't draw very well. There was a point, even though the first game was going really poorly, where I think I made a big error where I had 2 Dengo on the bench. Well, my opponent had 2 Dengo on the bench, each with 6 counters. I had a Gimme on the bench, also with 6 counters, and an active Lopunny with 18 counters. They were down to 1 prize, and I was like, all right, I really need counter catcher. I need to counter catch a clutch here. Or maybe they're down to 2 I think it was down to 2. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I went for the Arven to guarantee counter catcher with the intention of Ionoing the turn after. I think I should have Ioned the turn earlier and just like made it way harder. Wait, I think... No, I'll tell you what. I took the counter catcher play when there was no Golden Goes in play. He was just going aggro Lopunny, just the way it went. And I probably should have taken that opportunity there to just like dig for the counter catcher off of the Iono, but I didn't. I guaranteed it off of the Arven, which was a bad play. But hey ho, we will play again. Okay, so apparently from this point on, I did forget to vlog completely. I was able to beat my next opponent, which was playing Dusknoir Lopunny. Now, I've never been shy about it. I've always said I think Grimmsnarl is super good into Dusknoir Lopunny. I don't know really what other matchups Lopunny has. I only really know Grimmsnarl at the moment, and it feels like it's just almost unlosable. Like they just give you prizes and then you just take the win. I did have a bit of a squeaky one in the second game where I pretty much just had to like bear into counter catcher. Sorry, I had to research into counter catcher and bear, and I just hit it off the research. So the last minute change was to add a research into the deck. We did that the night before, so it ended up coming in clutch. And then my final game after that win was against Rocket's Mewtwo. Now it turns out Rocket's Mewtwo is not very good for Grimmsnarl. The Tarantula with Bravery Charm becomes a hell of a problem because you want to be able to set up double knockouts and Devo plays and stuff, so Devoing doesn't really work into that Tarantula. And of course, Spide Ops is grass type, which Grimstyle is weak to. So ended up ending my tournament run there from a lad, I can't remember his name now, from Swindon, but shout out to them. Decided not to play the last game. I just couldn't be bothered to play the final game. I was 3-3-1 out of the competition, and that was my Birmingham run with Grimstyle. I had a lot of fun this weekend at Birmingham. I wasn't originally planning to go to EUIC. I hadn't actually got a ticket, but interestingly, when I got home, my wife thought I was going. She thought I'd already booked to go, and then, as if the stars aligned, there was a third wave for tickets, and I managed to get in. So I ended up locking in for another go at it, should we say, at EUIC, kind of out of the blue. Managed to book the time of work, and yeah, I mean, after this weekend, I was super hyped to go and do it all again. So a couple of weeks passed, and we're finally off to EUIC. One of my friends, Alex, did get to play on stream in Birmingham, and also made day 2, which is really cool. So we're hoping for a slightly better result as well from me. A few people made day 2 actually. I think Ollie also made day 2. Simran also with day 2. So had some good showings. Simran's kind of a Birmingham guy, but he's kind of from our way as well. We claim him. We're hoping for a better result. Well, I was hoping for a better result. Phil was playing this time as well. He didn't play in Birmingham, so yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Okay, here is the 60 that I played at EUIC. Now, it is a little bit different. This is actually a 1-for-1 exact same list from Felix Glover, who was the highest placing Grimstyle in Birmingham regionals. I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to play the highest placing list, and is the highest placing list for a reason. So I had to familiarize myself with a few changes. It was quite heavy on the boss. There are 3 boss. There's also got 2 counter catcher as well, so heavy on the gust in general. Double buddy puffin, which sort of goes against the laws of Grimstyle in many ways, but it's actually quite good. I quite liked it. Heavier on the Spikemuth as well, 3 Spikemuth. Nothing that I haven't really seen before for Grimstyle. Another big change really is that we're swapping out the Yveltal for the Badoo. We've got the Badoo in there as the one tech card, along with the Ursaluna, of course. And of course as well the 3rd Frostlass. I think the 3rd Frostlass is a must now for Grimstyle. I can't imagine wanting to play Grimstyle without the 3 Frostlass. I had a couple of weeks to familiarize myself well with this list and play it to UIC. Sit down for round 1. Opponent's not here yet, but excited to get going. Lost round 1 into the mirror. Awful. Never enjoy losing mirrors. Game 1, just got more monkeys going. Sweep my monkeys, what can you do? Game 2 though, did make an error. I had 30 on an imp on the bench, and I had loads of damage on an active Grim. I should have left the damage on the imp, moved all the damage off the Grim. How do you get out of it? I don't know, maybe down there. Yeah, and then if I'd done that, I would have had 3 counters in play, because the Grimstyle gets knocked out. I got no counters in play. If I had the counters in play, I could have just moved the counters onto, I think it was like an Ursaluna on the bench, and I could have hit him with my Ursaluna and won the game. So it was my fault. I got it wrong. It's what it is. Plenty more rounds to go. We've got 8 rounds for phase 1 and a game of phase 2 today. So lots of games to be played. Round 1, don't matter. Keep rolling. Yeah, roll on. All right, winning game 2, beating Zorog. I have played this player before. Hey, you're welcome. I have played against this player before, but we tied last time. That was in Birmingham last year. I was playing Rory Moon, who's playing Duraludon with the Nor. Yeah, we tied. Game 1 was a nice win, setting up big Devo plays. Game 2, he ran away with it, getting to use the Darmanitan attack to take out the double frost. That's super annoying. We don't like that. I don't know where I have to go with this thing. Anyway, game 3, it got very close. He promoted a Zoroark, just passed, expecting that I would knock it out, but that would have given him like E-switch Petron to just like do 300. So I just like Iono'd and passed with 2-card hand. One of those cards was boss, and he had Fez on the bench. He does flame body cannon, knocks out my Monkey Dory to go down to 1 prize. I've got 2 left. I've got Bear on the bench, 250
HP remaining on the active Zorak, so if I didn't have boss, I would have required to find Monkey Dory energy, but I had boss in hand, boss up the Fez, and just take the KO. Yeah, nice to get a win on the board. Let's keep it rolling. I've got 2 rounds to catch up on. Drew. Had a draw into a Guardi. It was good. The first game came down to a 50-50 on the Monkey Dory and I flipped tails. Second game, I can't remember, but I sort of put myself in a winning position, and then the scoop was very, very, very late, so game 3 just did not conclude. And I've just got cooked by a slow game. You know, they tried for us twice, and all of my stuff just dies. So that's cool. We've got loads of time now before the next round. I'm 1-1-2, which is fan-dabby-dozy. Yeah, pressure's on a touch now. Sorry, not 1-1-2, 1-2-1. Yikes. 1-2-1, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll just keep playing. I don't know if there's much more I could have done against the Slow King. It is what it is, but hey-ho. Can't win them all. Especially not that matchup. I think if they hit the Trifrost, then it becomes very, very, very difficult for Grim to do anything about that. Yeah. Whatevs, let's keep going. Round 5. Basically just got handed the win. Lovely chap from Italy playing, what is it called? Terrazard. Game 1, I won. Game 2, I just had to concede eventually. Didn't get to Badoo early. The Badoo early is really big in this matchup, actually, I discovered. And then game 3, it just comes down to it. Had a Frostlass, a Snow Run, a couple of monkeys with energy, 1 Grimney out. Oh, and a Morgrim on the bench. No energy in deck. Like a 2-card hand, which was just like Spikemouth and Artisan or something stupid. Just nothing playable. I punched the Charizard once, and then he's like, Rare Candy's his bench Charizard, finds no energy in deck, and just shakes my hand. like, what? Could have just kept swinging with the active Zard. Probably would have won. Would have gone down to 2 prizes, and then I would have had like 1 extra turn. I looked at the top card of my deck as I was packing up, and it was just another freaking Spikemouth. So definitely did not deserve that win. But like, do you know what? Like, if you're at an IC, if someone just really feels like, oh, I can't win, and wants to pick up the cards, I think, well, that's what you want to do. That's what you're going to do. Go ahead and do it. So we're 2-2-1. Somehow, still 2-2-1. Yeah, we're still in the game. All right, bad news. We're out. 2-3-1. We hit a Greninja. Game 1 got stomped. Game 2, with an energy for game, made a bit of a misplay by putting a Duskull in play when I was going to go down to 2 prizes, 1 prize remaining. So I'd already hit the Greninja active, so I had loads of damage on it. Bench Pidgeot, excuse me again, that also had been accumulating damage from Frostlass. I sort of like aggressively devoed because I was quite far behind in the game, and I was like, well, he's got this Frogadier out, maybe if I devo it, he's not going to be able to evolve, and I'm going to buy a turn. But then Rare Candy happened anyway, so that was a bit stupid. Probably should have saved that Devo for later, and then I could have got Devo pretty much for game. Well, close enough anyway. Yeah, I would have Devoed. I would have taken 2 off the Devo, but the Duskull going down. If I'd hit an energy, I had Monkey on the bench, it would have just been like a Drone Brain knockout to knock out the bench, take 3. But I didn't hit the energy, so wasn't to be. I'm feeling like I'll play out. What are we on now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more rounds. Are we playing them out? Maybe play at least 1 more, see how it goes. We're up for time now. 10 past 5. It's been a pretty long day in general. The rounds have been moving a lot slower than it did in Birmingham. So, but hey, I'm gonna head outside, get a fresh air break with the boys, and reevaluate my life. Alright, just sitting down for my last game of the day. Did win the previous round against Low Punny. Lost game 1 and then he bricked 2 games, so fine. But he's a nice chap. Yep, last game. Currently sitting at 3-3-1, so hoping to finish on a 4-3-1, all to play for. Yeah, and then we'll get some food.
Not too much to say for my final round. It was against Golden Go. it was a lot more chilled. Obviously, the last game of the day, no one's winning out, no one's making day 2. I got smashed. That's the long and short of it. I just got smashed. He seemed to draw everything he needed, and I drew very little of what I needed at any point. Probably made a load of misplays, but I was kind of burnt out and kind of checked out as well mentally, because there is no phase 2 in this round. So yeah, you know, happy that I played it all out. He was, again, a nice enough chap. But yeah, ending on 3-4-1. Definitely not where I wanted to end up. Previous ICs, my first ever IC ended up 1-2-4. 1-2-4 with Lost Box. And then the year after I went 4-4 with Turbo Iron Hands. Yeah, not been too powerful, not been too good of a couple of seasons for me, but do you know what? I do just love the Pokemon TCG, so I will obviously keep playing, keep trying to improve, keep trying to get better, and come back to the next IC a lot stronger. I just want to end by saying that I had a lot of fun these past few weekends at Birmingham and the UIC. I also really did enjoy the process of improving for these tournaments. I know that the record didn't go my way, but I really enjoyed the process of learning the ins and outs of Grimmsnarl. Obviously, I have played Grimmsnarl for a long time, but there's still so much more depth for the deck that I'm excited to get into. I'm probably going to still keep playing it, definitely into Ascended Heroes and possibly into Rotation, actually. Unless something else comes along, I'm probably just going to stick with Grimmsnarl. Also, big congrats to my friends and testing partners at Team Exeter for making Day 2. Alex Northey made Day 2 at Birmingham and the UIC. We also had Ollie, Jake, Simran. I wonder if I'm forgetting someone. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I don't know, but well done to everyone who did make Day 2. Congrats. It's really, really cool. Big special message to Bob as well. It was his first regional in Birmingham, and then he decided to come up to spectate for EUIC as well and had a really good time. So big shout outs to Bob, new local, really excited to have him with us, and hopefully playing in many more tournaments to come. Alright, that's going to about do it for this video, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Thank you.